poppin', B?
What's up, man? Not much, Wonderful weekend, more sports, little basketball tied up. It was a good weekend.
A
How
good
about you though?
weekend. Can't complain, man. I just got back from Michigan, so it
It's
was a
good.
lot of fun. Now
Yeah,
I caught game one of the finals. Was not in the good mood.
I,
Um,
that's fair.
I texted you right away saying do not talk to me, and you texted me the next day
I did. I gave
respectfully
you a day. I did give you a day.
saying what
Well,
about now? And I said not yet. So
it was funny because like my best friend, she was getting married this weekend, and her fiance, he's from Boston, so there's plenty of people from Boston down this weekend. So they were ecstatic game one, and then game two most
game
of them
two,
left at
not
that
so much.
point. But no, I mean, dude, so game one was
Which is why
listen.
I'm here now because Golden State won that game, or else this would not be happening right now because my jersey chances are this slim going back to Boston. But we're here. We're here.
Yeah.
So
So
we're gonna try to change. We're gonna change it up, and we very quick question because we're gonna get into something I'm super pumped to discuss with Brandon about. But Brandon, you have a question for us.
yeah, I'm gonna make it, simple. Simple. Everyone has it. Favorite meal. Favorite food's one thing, but like favorite meal. Give us like your top options of food combo.
Food. Oh man, I don't know. I have to go with like a nice steak. I'm
That
not too
yeah,
picky. A nice
that's fair.
steak with like honestly just a steak and maybe like a single malt. I'll be happy.
That's fair. That's fair.
Um Honorable mention has to be a chicken Alfredo.
I
It
respect that.
just has to be. I mean, what is yours?
My meal wise, it's steak as well, but then you got to throw some mac and cheese in there and like maybe some asparagus as well. Give it a little extraness around. But then yeah, give me a nice glass of whiskey as well with that, and whew, good to go.
Oh, good for the day. Good for the day.
Yeah, yeah,
Asparagus is so underrated. You know what
it
I'm
is.
saying? Like,
Especially weighted properly. I
oh
love
my
it.
gosh, Lord, that's this was a big news day for soccer. Are you ready?
It was. I'm ready
It
because
was
you told me some stuff. You were telling me there's some like stuff that just dropped, and I'm like, I still don't know
literally
it.
just happened.
And you told me right in front of everyone. So like initial reaction. Let's
Initial
hear it.
reaction. So, well, you first of all, World Cup news. Let's get
Yep.
into that. Wales beat Ukraine. That's huge because this is US's group for the World Cup
That's who US
qualifiers.
plays first now too.
Yeah, so they're going to be facing Wales, that's a tough matchup. I mean, Bale's great, but they lost that game, Ukraine, by an own goal
And that's
off
tough.
of Bale's free kick. That is the worst.
It's not the way
That
you want to
sucks.
go out. Yeah.
But it was a great game. Looking forward to tomorrow. Actually, United Arab Emirates faces Austria, and that will decide the last
The last spot. Yeah.
team for the World Cup. So that's gonna happen tomorrow at 2. I'm super pumped. I didn't realize it's all the way in November. I thought it usually World Cup's in the summer. So we
Yeah.
still have to wait. We still have a lot of waiting to do. But
I know, dude.
in terms of the news of the day, I think Mohamed
Okay.
Salah
Because oh God, don't tell
involves
me this.
Mohamed Salah. Mo Salah has been promised that if he doesn't agree to a contract extension, he is promised to move to Barcelona.
No, really? That's big.
Barca.
Wow. That's
Barcelona's my favorite team ever. And if they land Salah,
wow.
good God.
Yeah, I am a little shocked on that one. Okay, then that's big.
That's huge.
Yeah,
So I'm going to be on my phone waiting
just
to
waiting.
see what happens.
100%.
And I'm going to text you right away like we always do. Just be like,
I know you
dude,
will.
what the heck? If he signs or if he comes, dear God.
Yeah.
Like Madrid's not going to have a chance.
No. But I mean, I feel like that's a great. Let's talk big name players transition because today was also like I was doing the same on my phone when it came to Aaron Donald today because I like heard that the whole will he retire, will he get a contract extension or what? Man got paid today. He's the non-highest paid QB now. 2 years, $60 million extension. So he's basically making like 31.5 million a year now. It's like 95
Holy
million total.
crap.
Yeah, at his age also, like the man just got. I mean, like he deserves it. Like he deserves to be the highest paid. So that was
100%.
just huge. And then like mini camp and OTAs are happening, and people aren't showing up. Like Jimmy Garoppolo was excused from mini camp, which basically says, I feel like you're not going to be a quarterback, but we still need you because, well, our rookie might not be what we want either. But and Lamar Jackson hasn't showed up to his OTAs, so
Which is
we'll see how that one.
crazy.
Yeah,
Because if he doesn't get like, what the heck?
yeah. So I
Lamar?
mean, and then there's more Brown drama that we could talk about for years, but I don't want to get into until everything's finalized of what the results will be on that. But
Yeah.
that's huge in my opinion. I'm still just happy for Aaron Donald. Like that dude just got bankroll. Like he's making as much as like a couple quarterbacks right now. Like
He won
it's
them that Super Bowl. Because
Oh, yeah.
honestly, I think Joe Burrow was going to throw that ball on the sideline to,
Oh, yeah.
why am I blanking? Jamar Chase.
Yeah, no, he was for
He
sure.
saw him.
Yeah. But a little more playoff action over in hockey still. We got game 4 on right now of Colorado versus Edmonton, and Colorado's up in the series 3-0, and they're winning the game right now 1-0. So possible sweep. Will Edmonton be able to claw out a victory? We'll find out. Probably after the pod's over though, because the first period just ended. Then the other series, it's 2-1 New York over Tampa Bay right now. Back-to-back defending champs might go out, it seems. So we'll see what happens if they can pull off, 3 more games before they lose 2. But I've been excited just because it's with basketball now only being the finals left. Like we don't have basketball every day anymore. Like so, having the hockey games is a nice filler
in between.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and we got this wrong. I got this wrong. I was like, Canada's going to.
I thought so too. I didn't realize how good Colorado was, but I thought Edmonton. I mean, maybe they pull off the reverse sweep, but right now it's not looking good.
And then I still like the Lightning's chances, but like I won't be mad if New York gets there. You know what I mean? I don't know. I can't wait for just to watch that game. I think that's a better series right now.
Yeah,
because it's a little bit more evenly matched, and we're not so wrong. But basketball, it seems like no matter what's going on in the world, basketball has to find some news. Utah Jazz,
like, hi.
Just like Quinn Snyder was just like, hey guys, I'm over here and I'm leaving. Steps down from being their head coach, leaving some ripple effects.
Just
because
a little bit.
Donovan Mitchell, I think within like a couple hours,
came out. Like it was very fast after Snyder sat down.
He was very disappointed and unsure, I think was one of the words that he said. Of the move, and he was just not happy. And right away, the Utah Jazz gets calls to see, hey,
can we have Mitchell?
That guy? Can we have Mitchell? Can we have him? And they came out with a definitive no. So I don't. What do you think? Mitchell forces his way out, or do you think they try to appeal Mitchell and just get rid of Gobert?
I think it depends. If Mitchell has to stay in who they hire, Mitchell stays and Gobert's gone. But otherwise, it's going to be a lot of drama in Utah for next year.
Oh my gosh, I'm here for all of it, honestly.
Yeah.
And it's the Lakers. I have to talk.
Oh God, the other drama that has to show up always is the Lakers.
We're good drama to have because we're gonna win the chip next year. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, buddy. Come on. Lakers signed Rasheed Wallace.
Okay. That's big. I like him as a head. I like him as an assistant head coach there. I do. I like that.
The only way we win the chip is if we get rid of this next guy. But Russell Westbrook shows up to the head coaching
unveiling, like press conference.
Unveiling, whatever it is, press conference.
Official signing thing.
First row. This guy pulls up first row.
Apparently, from what I've seen, like they like each other a lot. Like he thinks Russ is a great guy, like a hell of a player and stuff. I'm just like, So maybe Russ is not going to be traded. He's your centerpiece now? Question mark.
But like he needs to leave in order to make this team actually decent.
Question. Yeah. So
Question
what's
mark.
up?
So I'm that's going to be drama for this whole offseason. It's just what they do with Russ, what they do with AD, what they do with LeBron, how they get this team together. So
Yeah.
Brandon, as much as you do not want to talk about the GOAT, you're going to have to talk about the GOAT. Okay. And
We're
then
talking about Jordan. Okay, cool.
the country.
MJ's
The country exclusively. Son of a gun. But from basketball to basketball, let's get into this debate. Okay.
All right.
Finals. Golden State yesterday beats Boston Celtics, and it wasn't even close.
They whooped up on them. They whooped.
Thoughts? Talk to me. We haven't talked about it.
So even though, it was many wedding festivities this weekend, and I still was able to watch game 1 and 2. Like we, got it in. And I think both games told the tale of if Horford and Smart, I want to say it was Smart who had off of game 2. If those was it Smart? Yeah, Smart. So Horford and Smart, if they have not even big games, just decent games, I think Boston can pull games out. But game 2, both of them had horrendous games. Like Smart had 2 points.
Mm-hmm.
But game 1,
Tatum had a very bad game.
It's yes, but at the same time, like they were benched in the fourth quarter, so it don't really count. Like Tatum was backpacking what he could until the fourth. Like his team just they had like 20-something turnovers. You can't turn the ball over that much. Because in game 1, Tatum didn't have that big of a game. Like he had crazy assists, but like points wise, he wasn't putting up crazy points. Boston themselves, if they're gonna win it all, they're gonna have to win at least one more on the road, and I think 3 or 4 are gonna get split again. I feel like when we go back to Golden State, it's gonna be tied 2-2, honestly. Because while Golden State has been like game 2, they were hot. Game 1, they just stopped scoring altogether in the fourth. Like if Boston had a decent third quarter in any game since the opening series, Boston might now be up 2-0. Like Boston's third quarters are so bad right now. It's insane how bad their third quarters are. Like they're not scoring, they're turning the ball over, they're not getting rebounds. Like it's just bad. So the biggest thing for me is what can happen in game 3 in the third quarter. Because right now both teams have come out hot, and like the first and second quarters have been super close. It's the third quarter that determines games right now, I think.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I see the game differently. Game 1, I don't see it so much as what Boston did do. I think it's what Golden State didn't do. And I think Steph going for that huge first quarter, it was nice. It was crazy. I think he had like 6 threes in the first quarter, whatever. Ended it with 21 points. He cannot go scoreless in the second.
Yeah. I said this last night.
Happen.
Last night while I was like talking to one of the guys from Boston, I was like, and he was like, Steph's cold right now. I said, no, you want Steph cold. You want him hot at first. Because it's the same, like in game 1, he was hot at first, and second half he wasn't. But it's reversed in this game too. First quarter, he was like, meh, still good. But like second half, he came on fire. Like you don't want him heating up during the game. Like you'd rather him start hot and cool off.
And I'm going to say something that I think you're going to be surprised about. And I have a jersey on the line if Golden State wins it all, but I'm not liking this Golden State team. I'm really not liking it because of how up and down.
Yeah.
And Boston has also slightly been up and down. So like it makes me a little bit more easy. But like there's been rumors going on that I don't even say the rumors. They're just people have been saying Matthew Dellavedova is like Steph Curry makes all of his threes when he's up by 8 or more. But the minute it's within the 2-point game, he gets cold. So like that Steph is a problem. And not that he's a bad player. He's really not. But is he a regular season guy? Because right now what I'm seeing is Jordan Poole taking that. That third quarter was Jordan Poole's. He had a 6-point swing in 5 seconds, right? Like scored that crazy halftime shot, which I thought was like the luckiest thing I've ever seen in my
I mean, yeah,
freaking life.
it was a step shot. Like that's what I thought.
It was a step shot, but like
Yeah.
it looked uncomfortable. Like it didn't even look like he meant to. Like he
Do you-
shot him.
While you're saying it's a bad thing, it's also a good thing, I feel like, because at any moment Steph can just turn up and then Boston's screwed. Like right now, if Steph's being mediocre right now, the second he turns up, it's like, well, it's over.
But this is what I'm gonna say. Did he turn up okay. Tell me the time in this whole dynasty of the Warriors that Steph turned it on like this.
That's fair. That's
You know
the
what I'm
thing.
saying?
Like
That's the
why
problem that I'm having with this guy. You can't be the greatest shooter and only shoot like you do when you're like winning. Show
That's
me
why
that you can
people-
shoot when
yeah.
you're down.
that's why people are wondering, can Steph win the Finals MVP? The one thing he can't get, like hasn't got it before.
Which if they do win it, I know it's very early, but I would bet my money it's Poole.
I don't think it's gonna be Poole, but
I don't think it will be Clay. Clay's been playing like crap right now.
I don't see Poole being consistent enough to get it. I think if they win it, it depends how it's won also. Like if it's one like there's two buzzer beaters in the series and they're both Steph's buzzer beaters to win the game, he's gonna get it because they're buzzer beaters. And if he wins game 4 and game 7 on buzzer beaters, you have to give it to the guy. Because then otherwise you don't win it. But I just don't see Poole being consistent enough.
But he made the adjustments.
He was all right.
He was bad game 1. I thought that was the worst performance
I need to see Poole in game 3 and 4. If he can put up about the same stat line in those two, then it'll be fine. I think it determines if it's blowouts or not. If it's another blowout, then it goes out the window when it's a blowout. Because then it's just like, I don't know, the whole fourth quarter, like Steph was out in the fourth quarter when Poole and Clay were still in. So it's like then your stats start to get skewed and whatnot. But I think the biggest problem right now, honestly, and I say this as wanting Boston to win, that hurts me so much to say inside, by the way. But Draymond should have been ejected last night, in my opinion. He should have had.
Stop it. Okay. Oh, stop it.
Listen, here's my thing. The first flagrant, I'm not sure what happened. But the second one, I don't know how they both don't get double flagrants there. I don't know how you don't give both of them techs. Like
which one?
When
Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, like at that point you give them both because Jaylen Brown kicked him. He falls down, and then you do put your legs on top of a guy. If you're giving Poole almost a technical for like defending his body right there when what's his face jumped over him early in the game, then you're giving both those players technicals. Like, in one of these, it shouldn't have been a technical, but the way NBA's been calling this postseason, that's a double tech. The way they've been calling this postseason.
Yeah, but then like when I saw that, I'm like, they finally made the right call. Like that was the right call because, and then I even saw on ESPN today they were like, oh, should Draymond Green have been
well, here's my question.
Technical.
Here's my question.
Like, shut up.
I don't.
Like,
that part. I'm like, whatever. If Draymond doesn't have the first technical already, do they get double tech in your opinion that time?
Yes.
That's the problem I have right there.
But fact you can't because the first one's question, you can't even tell me what. Like you were like, I don't get. No,
I know, but I know, but I'm saying like if you're gonna give him a technical, then if he doesn't have one, but yet you won't, I just feel like at that point it's like, what are the rules exactly? I would love the NBA to like tell us like legitimately, this is what's a technical, this is what isn't. Like because we've
been begging them for that because
right now,
honestly,
like
at this point, anything.
If you fall over and I step over you just walking, I get a technical, but yet I could hit you in the face on accident with an elbow and I don't, or like it doesn't make sense. And Draymond, he has that line so close though. He's gonna get fouled out eventually. Like he's gonna one of these games.
He's gonna get a second technical. He's gonna get another technical, 100%.
And if Golden State can win the game when he gets 2 techs, they win the series. But if he gets it, say in game 3, like if he gets it, Wednesday night? If he gets a game 3 and Boston blows them out, and then game 4 they win also, like Draymond has to play more smart in my opinion, and he always plays this way. But he has to play more smart.
I hope he gets if he gets a technical, one more technical, he gets suspended a game.
Yeah.
So get it done early. Win game 3. If he gets a game 3 technical and they win,
but that's what I'm saying. If you lose game 3 with him, if you lose that though, with him being suspended for game 4,
that's the problem. This next game, and I wanted to say this, I think this next game makes it because Boston. Let me start this point by saying this. Boston did what they needed to do game one. They balled. When the Warriors, we all know third quarter, they're hot. But
Yeah.
they did enough to stay in it and close out the fourth, right?
Yeah.
Like then game two happens and then the third quarter happens and Boston's MIA. Like
Yeah.
it was a 2-point game entering the halftime, and then by the end of the third, you're like
It was
oh,
like
do you
20
put your-
points. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Boston's thirds are so bad.
And then, and I think this also adds the point when Memphis, or no, when Dallas was up against the Warriors by a lot, the team that
Oh, yeah.
brought them in was their third string team, and it
Yeah.
wasn't Steph. And they brought in Steph, and then I was
And
like,
then-
they
yeah.
lost. Like I would have left them in. So that's just another point on why I'm not easy with this pick. But then Boston did not show up, but they did what they needed to do in San Francisco.
They took a
They
game.
stole a
That's-
game.
yeah.
Game 3, they going into it with home court advantage now.
But they're a better away team. That's the problem.
But like, and which is funny that you say that because everyone's saying that like, oh, their shooting is going to be way better at home because they're at home, but they're a better
not.
away team.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense
Let's
to me.
let's hear your thoughts without thinking. Do you still think Golden State wins it all, or are you starting to worry?
I don't. I'm not. I'm not worrying enough to veer off my pick. Like
Do
I
you
am
think it's
worried.
in
I
6,
just
or do you
talked about
think-
it for 10 minutes.
do you-
But like,
Yeah. Do you think it's still in 6, or do you think it goes to 7?
I think it's in 6.
Okay.
I said this from the beginning. They split 2. They're gonna split the first 2. The only difference is I had them reverse, and I think
Yeah,
Golden
so-
State
yeah.
wins. I think Golden State wins game 3. I think Boston wins game 4. Golden State wins back in San Francisco. They close it out in Boston. That's it.
See, I think, I mean, I similar, but I think it goes to 7. I think it's 3 and 4 split again, and then 5 is Golden State, 6 is Boston. Honestly, I could see it the other way though. I could also see 5 Boston, 6 Golden State, and game 7 just be like, no home team right now can win. It seems like.
But yeah, I see that.
The other problem also is Tatum's shoulder. How bad is that shoulder? Because it was hurting last night, and you could tell.
It seems pretty bad.
Yeah, that's gonna be huge.
And you know what I think was really cool was seeing Ime Udoka getting that technical.
Yeah.
Which that
There's
shows
something
the
like
heart this
having
guy
your
has.
coach get attacked. Yeah, when you see your coach get attacked, you're like, yes,
Like
that's
you're
my
like,
guy.
this is my leader, and I'm
Yeah.
ready for it. You know, the one thing that is concerning to me is Clay, and I think we just need to talk about this.
That's fair.
I think I said it before the series. I said between Steph, Clay, and Poole, 2 of the 3 have to be on. And for game 1, it was only Steph. Poole didn't really show up. What I liked about Poole is he just simplified the game for himself. He really just like took the adjustments from game 1 and applied to game 2, and then he was like
Yeah.
crazy in the second half. Clay, where the hell are you? Like the reason why he was out there in the garbage minutes was that Steve Kerr could get him some
Yeah.
reps.
Yeah.
That should not happen if you're Clay, who is crying about being on the 77th out of 75 all-time list.
Yeah.
Like he needs
So
to step
here's-
this up. I'm very concerned. He does not look good to me. Like I don't think he's
Yeah.
like just because he's a shooter, he's gonna get it back on. Like I'm not sure.
I think this brings up the fair debate. Given Clay's was more of a, multiple season injury, unfortunately. But with us talking Tatum or not, should the regular season be shortened, do you think, from 82 games? Because this has been a debate going on now in the sports world right now. Like people have started to debate it. Should it be shortened? And if so, what are your reasonings?
Like I'm torn. Do you have a definitive answer? Or are you
I
torn
do,
as
but
well?
I'm torn, but at the same time, I'm honestly have a definitive answer at the same time.
Okay, so then what's your definitive answer?
I think it should just stay what it is, honestly.
Okay, same. and I'm debating with this
Yeah.
the idea of shortening it. And my reason for keeping it is stop being a baby. You're getting paid millions. This is what your freaking job is. Do it.
So
Jordan
this
did
is
it. LeBron did it. Kareem did it. Kobe did it.
because here's
Everyone has done it.
yeah, my thing is this: say you shorten the season, and then if you still have load management, that's gonna be the biggest problem. If you shorten the season to say what like also what'd you shorten it to 78, 76 games? Like you're not gonna shorten it that much. You take
Right.
4 to 6 games away tops. But then one, like if you shorten it, you're gonna make the playoffs longer because the NBA doesn't want to lose that extra 2 to 3 weeks of them being the focal point of sports.
Right. Right.
So you're gonna the NBA is gonna find a way. You're gonna have another team playing around bullcrap probably. You're gonna that. If people still have load management, if I'm going to see my team beat up the second GOAT in the world on the Lakers and he's not playing and there's less games because of load management, there's a problem. Like that's been one of the biggest debates of if there's less games with load management taken out.
But also
But-
LeBron, the number one GOAT. He doesn't miss games. Like
But-
unless he's hurting, he misses. Kawhi.
Okay,
Paul
first off, we don't.
George.
Yeah. But I'm saying LeBron is
I'm-
getting older, so he's gonna have to start missing games if he wants to be like healthy in the playoffs. Like it's just his
That's a
body's.
different conversation.
I
That's a
know, but I'm
different
saying like it's the point of the matter is like if I'm going to a basketball game, I want to see the stars. If they shorten the season,
Yes.
should I see the stars? 100%. But will I actually get to that? I just don't believe I would get to. Like I feel like it would still the players would find a way, like teams would find a way for it still to screw us over. And I just don't
I
feel like
completely
it would
agree.
help. Yeah.
I think if you shorten it too, like you're admitting to the players that they want as the owners, which like has been the debate for this whole time.
Yeah.
Anthony Davis wanting to be like people just wanting out and then getting out, forcing their ways out. Kyrie doing the stuff that he's doing, James Harden doing the stuff that he's doing. All these guys are like starting to run the league. And if you concede these 72 games, the only way I think it could be valuable is if they can, or if I'm saying 72, but like that's what I would
82.
assume it would be 10 games because I don't know why you would shorten it for 4. Then like no one really plays the last 4 except for those are like playoff basketball games. So like
That's what I'm saying. It's like you'd have to shorten it so much, but I don't see them doing that. Because I guess we could throw the counter offer. If you shorten the regular season, do you extend the playoffs or do you leave the regular season as is, 82 games, but then you shorten, say, the first series of the playoffs maybe to make it where you have a couple more off days in there? Like so instead of 7-game series, you make it 5. Like you can't.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't remember these playoffs. Like they are so perfectly timed to me. A game, the first round, game. I think there's one off game for everyone, and then more games. Like the second round, it was perfectly lined up. Like
Yeah.
there's a great rhythm. I think once you shorten it, if you could shorten it and say to all these guys, you better play all 72 games, then you do it. Because like 72 games of the actual stars versus 72 games of this load management bullcrap, it's stupid. I would even shorten All-Star Weekend. Why is there 3.5 days or a week for it when there was 3.5 days for it? You know what I mean? Like no one watched it. The game was awful. We didn't really care about it. Me and you were kind of disappointed that all the All-Star
Do you
games
do you
for
take
every sport.
do you do this? Do you do the same as you do NFL then, and just take away All-Star Weekend?
No. I enjoy. They need to really work on All-Star Weekend, but there's like no reason why the dunk
They've
contest
improved it
sucks.
at least.
Yeah, they need to get back the stars to do an All-Star dunk contest. I guarantee you, me and you will stay up all night just to watch it.
Yeah.
A better system for the game. I kind of like this new system with like the MVP of the All-Star game. Kind of makes them have a reason to play. But my issue is if you shorten it, you better get those games. And to your point about the playoffs, do they extend it? I'm from the perspective that I like this playing situation. I enjoy it because
No,
I
I
like
like it.
that NCAA.
But if they
But
shorten
they
the
should
series,
only be. But they shouldn't like.
that's what I'm saying. If they shorten the
it's like
season,
baseball and it's
they're
like
gonna add
best
more
of
because
5.
They want their money. If you lose 10 regular season games, you have to get your money back somehow.
And some could say that these playoffs are already extended. I mean, this year it was kind of everything kind of lined up. Not too many surprises, I think. There
Yeah.
not that many game sevens in the first round. I think it was one.
Yeah.
They're
But
gonna
that's
have their
expected.
games. I'm disappointed in the fact that it gets to this point of like, regardless, whoever your greatest player of all time is of any sport, I want to do it the way they did it, so I have no excuses.
That's fair.
If they shorten these seasons, not only like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't.
I don't
hit the
see it happen.
same.
I just don't see it happening. I don't like the NFL is extending their seasons right now. There's no way NBA is going to want to lose games.
Reverse it. And even like
Yeah.
baseball, like there's no talks in shortening it. And when they did for COVID, everyone hated it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think the debate's going to happen for years before anything actually happens. Because I mean, the owners and the players are going to have to approve it. Then the commissioner will have to. It's just
The players are going to want this because they're already taking up games. The people that aren't going to want it is the owners. And the owners already are pissed off at them. They're pissed off at two people, James Harden and Kyrie, who screwed the system up for the next CBA. This next CBA, I think that's like a whole pod just to cover it because there's going to be so much tea.
Do you think lockout happens? I can see a lockout happening.
I see a lockout happening, but you know how bad that will look for the NBA?
I mean, baseball had the lockout look bad enough.
But like this one is a different reason.
That's fair.
The MLB having the lockout look bad on the MLB. This one happening is going to look bad on the players because there's already so many question marks. Like they're drama queens. They get what they want, you know?
Every contract's fully guaranteed.
Right.
Like, yeah.
I don't know. That kind of got me heated, but I think that's the perfect energy. You son of a gun. You son of a gun. We're going to do this.
To swap it up from little sports, with it being the finals and everything, and, you know, almost off season for most sports, we're able to give you all the news and the, you know, debate some sports, but then we can also have a little extra time to debate things that we enjoy, such as video games and what possibly might be the greatest video games of all time, some may say. And while I know Wadid is delusional and sleep deprived because he always picks wrong things, so I'm so looking forward to what he has to say.
Whoa. Madrid? Golden State?
Hey, Golden State hasn't won. Golden State hasn't won yet. You got lucky on Madrid.
I got lucky on Madrid. I got lucky on Madrid since February. I got lucky on Madrid.
Yeah. Wow. Madrid got lucky on Madrid. Madrid got lucky on Madrid. Yeah, so let's hear it. Let's do top 3 video games of all time. We'll do consoles for now because PC that's a whole other route.
That is okay. Okay. Oh crap! How do we want to do this? To just say the 3 and then we rip each other apart? Is that what we're doing?
You want to go with 3, 1, 2? You want to go all 3 at once, or do you want to say like 3 and 3? Like each of us say one of ours.
Yeah, let's say one. Let's say one of ours. Let's start with 3. Okay, let's start with 3.
Okay.
At number 3, I have to do FIFA 16.
I mean, that's
1000%.
It's not a bad answer. It's not a bad answer, but it's not top 3. Okay, I need to know. You don't have to answer this question, but I just need to know: are all of your top 3 games recent games, or do you have any legitimate like old school games? Because if you say no, I might hate you.
What do you mean? You think it's all recent games that I'm going to pick?
I'm worried.
Oh no, buddy! Don't worry.
Okay,
FIFA 16
I'm just checking.
Recent. It's FIFA 20. There's been 6 FIFA since then.
Listen, I was afraid that was going to be your oldest game. I wasn't going to lie. Listen, I was worried. I'm worried about you.
I'm going to say this. Like, I get it. I'm young, but you're not that much of a grandpa, bro.
All right. Anyhow, so that's your great game, but not top 3. For number 3 for me, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that, but
I,
I don't think it's
I'm
number
glad.
3.
I'm glad you're not mad at that because you at least know the game. Because otherwise you'd be such a baby.
I'm not. I'm literally 50 years. I stand up and I ache. Okay. I'm old. I'm just as old as you in terms of like personas. But Tony Hawk, great game. Great game. I just don't think it's number 3
Okay.
when you look at the field. Like FIFA is like a number 3 because you give it the clout. And FIFA is just one of those games where it's been around for so long. Everyone loves it. Everyone loves FIFA. A good FIFA game. Not everyone. You can't bring your boys over and be like, "Hey, want to play Tony Hawk?"
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. That used to be the thing.
Maybe when you're in middle school, back with George Washington trying to fight the people. Like, sure.
Listen, we took breaks during the Civil War to play Tony Hawk. That's what we did. That's what we did. What's your number 2? Let's move on before I get more heated at you, young blood.
Oh my God. And I don't think you're ready for this. It's definitely Black Ops 2. There's no doubt in my freaking mind. And if you have the balls to literally say like Modern Warfare, Advanced Warfare, Vanguard, stop it. The honorable mention for Call of Duty has to be Modern Warfare 3. That's the best Modern Warfare that's out there, and you can't convince me otherwise. Black Ops 2 had everything you wanted in the game. Easter eggs and zombies. It had I think, most iconic guns. Iconic. I'm going to say it. Great multiplayer in Nuketown. Who doesn't freaking like Nuketown? Zombies.
Anyone who's not good at COD. Because you just get killed.
No. I do the killing, buddy. That's why I enjoy the game. That is why it's my favorite game. There's no doubt in my mind.
Okay. I respect that answer because I do love Black Ops 2. I'm going to have to respectfully disagree with you because of a game that was remastered at some point, but we're going to get to that right now.
Right now.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare remastered. With like that game, without that game, you don't have any of the COD games. Like that is what, like, without that game, you don't have any of the Modern Warfare games. And Black Ops doesn't even happen, I don't think, in my opinion, without Modern Warfare happening.
No, just no. Why? Okay, so instead of
go ahead, speak.
You know what? I think this is the best analogy.
Okay.
Best analogy. At the time, Michael Jordan was good, but now something newer and better came out, and LeBron James is there, and that's Black Ops 2. So I don't get what you're arguing about. Like, that is the analogy I'm going to use. Like, he was nice when you had him. He wasn't there for that long, but people still play Black Ops 2.
Did you really just try to bring the GOAT debate into this debate right here? Because
the GOAT debate's done.
Where we stand on the GOAT debate is literally the same exact spot we stand right here on this video game debate.
I feel the energy's being the same.
Without Jordan, you wouldn't have LeBron. Without Modern Warfare, you don't have Black Ops 2. Without me, you wouldn't be this podcast. But it's also the same. I wouldn't be here without you. So
this one is because we're 50 years old at heart. That's why we're the same age. No, but that's like, okay, you know what? That's like the horses were nice, but like cars are way better. You know? That's like back when the ancient people were using salt as refrigerators for their meat. A refrigerator is better. Like, we can go all the way back to what was, but the best is the best. That's at the end of the day, the best is the best. There's no way. If it wasn't for the horses, we wouldn't have cars. Like, no shit. But like, we have cars. They're better than horses.
Just use a refrigerator over here. I am done with you. I don't even want to know what your number 1 is because I'm worried for your head right now. Like, I'm scared. Whatever you're about to say, don't end the pod for your own safety. No, I'm so worried.
I'm gonna say it with my freaking chest. I don't think you're gonna guess this. But if you have the same one, I'm gonna lose my mind.
There's no
Pokemon
physical way.
Blue and Diamond and Pearl
Just
on the
It's not
Nintendo
really-
DS. Dude,
so now working. That's handheld. That's handheld.
it's a
That's not
console. It's a console. It's a console.
Okay, we'll debate this later on that one. I respect you picking Pokemon because you know that's a soft spot in my heart,
It
and I
has to
can't
be
be
the
upset
best.
with you.
Thank
You know I can't be upset with you when you said Pokemon. But best of all time, why you gotta go Pokemon? That's like I love Pokemon. But
What
no,
is your number one?
Super
What is your
Mario
number
World.
one?
Super Mario World. Super Mario World. I will repeat it every time until you need me to say it again, until you know what I'm saying. Because that game is the greatest game ever. No debate.
It's not even the best Mario game,
Oh God.
dude. Mario Kart Wii or Nintendo DS is way better.
How did I know he was gonna say this? That's second, yes.
That's not a second. That's one.
Yes, it is. No, it's not.
It's not possible. That is not possible. Okay. And then I might even put in Super Smash Bros. Brawl.
No, that's below Kart. That's below Kart.
below Kart at 1 and 2.
Kart 2, Smash Brothers 3. Mario
God,
Party
why-
4.
This is why I'm gonna die 45 years before I'm supposed to, because I'm not over this advanced remastered. Like it's a second try and they figured it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, how can you even put that on your top 3 if it took them 2
They just
tries to figure it out?
updated all the graphics. It went from being the greatest game to, oh my God, the greatest game with good graphics.
But then everyone talks about Modern Warfare 2 and 3, and 3 already is the best.
God, you young bloods know nothing.
My young bloods know nothing. My young bloods know nothing. Oh, buddy. I think we need to get on Vanguard at some point, and I have to show you what these young guns can do, bro. Because I'm just happy that like where would Warzone be on your top 10 list or whatever? Because I feel like it deserves to be on there for the
For video games or specifically COD?
video games. Not specifically COD. I don't think it's worth it to put it in there. But I think Warzone, because they did it better than Fortnite. I don't know. Do you have preference, or do you think Fortnite's still better than Warzone?
No, I mean, it's such a different, like, when you had Fortnite Battle Royale is so different than Warzone. Like, it's apples and oranges. Like, the gameplay, like, the concept's the same, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Like, it's like saying that, like, college basketball's court and pro basketball court's the same. No, they both play basketball, but everything's different on the court, like the size
Right.
and everything. Like,
yeah. And because you like the Pokemon pick, I just have to ask, what was your Pokemon game of choice?
I'm a big fan of Emerald. I won't lie. Way back in the day, Emerald.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Emerald.
All three of them. Yeah. That's like my number 2
you can't really go wrong with them. Like if I had said silver or gold, you're not gonna be upset with it. Like
No, I'm gonna catch them all, bro. You know how I do.
Yeah. Like if I could find my nice Game Boy Color from when I was like 5, I guarantee you my Pokemon game is still on it, and I'm just going to battle the gym leaders on repeat because that's all I have left in the game to do. Caught my legendaries, can't do anything else.
Were you the
We'll show
type
you
of
when you're
guy
older.
when were you the type of guy that just tried to cook through the game and then catch them all? Or did you like get your starter Pokemon, train them until you get to a crap ton high level? How did you play it?
Well, it depends. Because sometimes I'd buy the game on 2 copies and then do one like rush through and then one slow playthrough.
Okay.
I'm the guy who does both.
I do both, but I just finish it so fast and then I delete it, and then like I trade all my Pokemon away so I could have it on somewhere and then start over. And
That's fair.
it's a great. I mean, it's one of the. I think that's a separate video game franchises. Like you have to have Pokemon number 1.
100%.
Okay, cool.
Wonderful
See?
way to end the thing. Wonderful way to end
Beautiful.
the thing.
We're friends
I
again.
won't murder.
Look at that.
We're not gonna murder each other. We're friends. Wonderful.
Oh my
Okay,
gosh.
everyone.
That
Hope
was
you all
great.
have a great
that was a
week.
good one.
because
Hey,
we
man.
are heated right now. But
Game
3 and 4,
three
3 and 4,
for
and then
starting
five.
Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday and Friday for 3 and 4, and then Monday will be game 5. So that might be a little late of a pod.
Either it would be on Eastern time. So let us know. Would you want it on Monday or would you like us to do it Tuesday so you guys can have a time? Let us know.
Yeah, but we'll make it happen either way. But until then, we will both go cry in our corners and hopefully not murder each other over more debates.
Amen. We'll see you next week.